Inside the shadow of Geneva beneath the Earth's floor lies a shock of human innovativeness and a potential harbinger of annihilation, the Colossal Hadron Collider. It is a manual of coherent examination, permitting scientists to examine the subatomic worldwide, in conclusion provoking the disclosure of the secret of God particle. A long haul got back, yet presently famous physicist Brian Cox has as of past due made a chilling declaration that set astonishment waves at some stage in the logical neighborhood. District something stressing has been analyzed at CERN, something that might have brings about expanded ways past our comprehension. Has our main goal for informational data set us on an impact course with disaster? Oblige us as we dig into the pit of this coherent riddle. Be that as it might, sooner than we bounce into the declaration data, what sizable particle gas pedals the significant Hadron Collider? LHC, worked by utilizing CERN, is a 17M ring of superconducting magnets and the field's greatest and most extreme solid particle smasher. It tends to the apex of human sensible achievement. The truth be told, it is solid to the point that it can repeat the very conditions of the universe's creation to the world. Yet should this framework intended to open the insider measurements of the universe keep up with the way to something obviously more prominent? Grim, CERN, laid out in 1954, is one of the world's greatest prestigious assessment relationship ships, with 23 section states and an enormous wide assortment of specialists. It is a center hub for collaboration and improvement. The LHC is CERN's chief endeavor, though it's handiest one section of a huge organization of fuel pedals and spike. Assume, of course, but not necessarily for engines or horses. This tune is for subatomic particles, and it's a race towards presence itself. The LHC speeds up protons to practically the pace of light, sending them on an accident course that mimics the energy of the universe at the hour of the colossal explosion. The effects make temperatures 1,000,000 times extra steamy than the center of the sun. A large wide assortment of magnets manual the protons on their visit, while stunning cooling systems safeguard the magnets at temperatures chillier than space. These contain 12 32 dipole magnets, which win the shafts, and 392 quadrupole magnets, which fixation the bars. Just sooner than impact, one more prominent sort of magnet is used to press the particles close aggregately to augment the chances of impacts. The task of CERN is to impact, similar to ending two needles 6 mm isolated with such exactness that they meet. The exactness required is remarkable, the development unparalleled. The LHC's arrangement is a shock of planning. It consolidates two nearby same support point lines that falsehood hidden away 574 toes on a deeper level, shielded from the field's radiation. On this underground worldwide, the whole edge system is cooled to a temperature of 456 F, chillier than the vacuum of room itself. This cool environment is basic for the superconducting magnets to work ideally. The support points in the LHC are made to crash at 4 regions across the gas pedal ring, contrasting with the areas of 4 particle markers: Chartbook, CMS, ALICE, and LHCb. Each fills an unprecedented need, exploring different pieces of particle material science. Aggregately they pass similarly, epic cameras getting portrayals of those influences. Specialists then clear out through the rubbish, looking through signs of the inconspicuous Higgs boson, in any case alluded to as the god atom, and exceptional eccentricity sign to the universe's essential design hinders. It's like looking at an incalculable jigsaw puzzle, one in which the parts are vague and the picture is troublesome to comprehend. By focusing on the microcosm, we gain pieces of skill into the universe. However, with each reaction comes another request, and with each disclosure, another check. The LHC isn't genuinely an intelligent instrument. It is a sign of human leisure activity and progression. It encapsulates our chosen journey for data, and our longing to figure out the basic powers that structure our universe. However, as we push the cutoff points of what we fathom, we should moreover recollect the moral and existential requests that arise. What are the risks of investigating the neglected world? Should our task for mastery incidentally open forces we have zero control over? Control inside the consecrated halls of CERN, in which the limits of human comprehension are continually pushed, a divulgence has emerged that sends a scream down the spine of even the most prearranged SE scientists. Brian Cox, a former researcher at CERN and a voice of master in the domain of particle physical science, has as of past due made an announcement that has left the area each fascinated and appalling. Cox's phrases reverb with a horrendous comprehensibility. The objective of CERN's enormous Hadron Collider is to recreate a minuscule huge blast. Indeed, you heard that right, a more modest than anticipated type of the very occasion that presented forward our universe. The physicist, in like manner, ended up causing to feel of the consequences of this objective, offering the LHC's phenomenal ability for making new exposures. This incorporates its capacity to open the secrets of the Higgs boson and the examination of darkish AUL, a substance that makes up a fundamental part of the universe. Consider protecting the strain of appearance for your gravitate near. The capacity to summon the genuine essence of the universe is a tempting opportunity. Be that as it may, one loaded with hazard. The more modest than expected huge bang isn't without a doubt a speculative idea. It is a great-sized truth inside the LHC. The temperatures, the pressures, the crude energy all duplicate the conditions of the universe's initial reaches. It is like last on the earliest long stretches of written history, seeing the coming of presence itself. However, with such strength comes legitimate obligation, and the request represents the capacity risk. Consider a situation where something turns out badly. Something became out seriously. Truly returned in 1978, the Russian physicist Anatoly Borsky experienced a catastrophe that could normally change the course of his ways of life. In 1978, Borsky began working on the U.S. synchrotron on the Association for High-Power Physical Science in expert Russia. A breakdown prompted his head by the way entering the moment method of a proton shaft. The support point, with the power that goes against information, went through his skull, entering the back of his head and leaving through his nose. Borsky's appreciate changed into exceptional. He's seen a streak more prominent striking than 1,000 children. Yet, he had no issues. The points of support way left a way of obliteration, ingesting tissue and bone. However, he remained perceptive and indeed even walked around the middle for treatment. The result changed into each nauseating and spellbinding. The support points way set off restricted tissue passing, provoking the absence of paying attention to in one ear and halfway facial absence of movement. However, incredibly, Borsky's academic potential remained in salvageable shape, and he continued with his legitimate employment. This occurrence isn't certainly a man or lady mishap, but a safeguard story that features the huge energy and likely peril of molecule gas pedals. The risks of a molecule gas pedal like the LHC are not to be played with. The capacity for unexpected reactions. The risks of a particle gas pedal like the LHC are not to be played with. The capacity for unexpected reactions. The genuine surface of truth being controlled. These are not the stuff of science fiction but, as an elective, genuine stress is voiced by involving a couple in the instructive close-by area. The universe's secrets are essential toys, as well as units of critical energy. One of the greatest horrendous and delighting stresses associated with the HC's tests is the possibility of making a more modest than anticipated dark empty. Dim openings are local people of spacetime in which gravity is stable so much that now and not indeed even light can get nowhere near their infinite vacuum cleaners, the devourers of stars, the secretive components that cover in the shadows of our universe. That the LHC might make this of substance even on a little extension is exquisite for the standard egalitarians and specialists the equivalent. Should this dark opening grow wildly swallowing the earth from inside, however, specialists at CERN have ensured that any dark empty made would be vol and disappear almost immediately. The distant gamble has lit conversations, fears, and a sensation of beautiful at the power we recruit. Understanding how the LHC is indispensable ought to make a dark opening. It needs to do with the vital mechanics of molecule fuel petals. While protons are squashed on the whole at practically the speed of light, the power brought is astounding to the variable that it turns the surface of spacetime itself. Consider a trampoline expanded tight, and then a colossal weight dropped onto it. The surface turns, twists, and assuming the heap is profound adequate, it could make a horror so significant that anything close by would be added into it. That is a silly delineation for what might need to emerge in the LHC. In the domain of quantum actual science, in which the suggestions of the universe are both odd and phenomenal, there exists a theory that more noteworthy factors is presumably stowed away inside our reality. If these parts exist, the LHC's persuasions might need to take advantage of them, making a gravitational pipe that frameworks a little dark opening. This frustrating dance of flume, and some has even gotten the notice of some world-renowned specialists, explicitly the late Stephen Pedling. In his book, Stellus, he forewarned of a situation wherein the Higgs boson ought to end up being inconsistent at very inordinate energy levels. This precariousness probably will need to cause an overwhelming vacuum decay, a bombastic event that wouldn't simply crush the Earth, but the entirety universe itself. The CERN English cosmology and astrophysicist Sir Martin re-imparted his own hobbies, roughly the appraisals driven at CERN in his digital book on what's to return open doors for humanity. He examined the possible dangers related to atom smasher appraisals, which incorporate those at CERN. His words were not simply precaution. They have been contacted with a sensation of existential stress. He referenced the most dire outcome conceivable, where a sad examination ought to make a situation known as vacuum shakiness. This precariousness should, in a hypothesis, trigger a discrete progress that would reverberate through the real surface of spacetime, the eventual outcomes, a significant disaster that would delta the total universe. Ray's inclinations were not confined to speculative experiences. He consigned an opportunity to those staggering impacts, however, a low one at any rate. Even a tiny probability, he battled, ought to give us probability to pause and expect. The stakes are unimaginably high, and the edge for botch is razor-thin. The specialists at CERN have determined the potential risks related to their tests carefully. They have carried out various security protocols and precautionary measures to mitigate any conceivable gambles. However, the idea of logical investigation intrinsically includes some level of uncertainty, particularly when diving into unfamiliar areas. The quest for information has forever been interwoven with a level of chance-taking. Over the entire course of time, logical leap forwards have frequently accompanied unanticipated outcomes. However, it is unequivocally this ability to push limits that has propelled mankind forward. The LHC addresses the perfection of hundreds of years of logical progress and encapsulates humankind's voracious curiosity in the universe. However, the potential dangers begonia against by tests at the LHC can't be overlooked. While the probability of horrendous occasions might be low, the outcomes could be significant. Consequently, it is fundamental for researchers, policymakers, and the general population to take part in open exchange about the moral and well-being ramifications of such exploration. In conclusion, the Hadron Collider at CERN is a wonder of human resourcefulness and logical accomplishment. It offers extraordinary bits of knowledge into the basic nature of the universe. However, with incredible power comes perfect obligation, and it is vital to move toward this momentous examination with weariness and prescience. As we continue to open the secrets of the universe, we must remain watchful and aware of the potential dangers implied, ensuring that our quest for information doesn't come to the detriment of our security and prosperity. The Hadron Collider at CERN remains as a confirmation to mankind's determined quest for information and comprehension of the universe. Its enormous size and intricacy represent pennies of logical progress and joint effort among nations. However, underneath its arousing veneer lies a domain of significant logical requests full of expected chances and moral contemplations. The collider's essential objective of unwinding the secrets of particle material science has prompted historic disclosures, including the slippery Higgs boson. However, the extraordinary energies created inside its passages additionally raise worries about the potentially negative results of such try. While broad well-being measures are set up to mitigate takes a chance with, the chance of devastating occasions, like the making of small-scale dark openings or other unexpected peculiarities, can't be altogether excused. Accordingly, as researchers push the limits of our understanding, it is critical that they do so with a profound awareness of certain expectations and straightforwardness, taking part in open exchange with the public in policymaking. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of the Hadron Collider at CERN and the scientific endeavors it represents, it becomes increasingly apparent that the pursuit of knowledge is not without its risks and uncertainties. The Hadron Collider, with its unprecedented capabilities and potential for groundbreaking discoveries, stands as a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless quest for understanding the fundamental laws of the universe. However, beneath its awe-inspiring facade lies a realm of profound scientific inquiry fraught with potential hazards and ethical considerations. The experiments conducted within the confines of the collider massive infrastructure harness energies and forces that are beyond comprehension for most laypeople. The collision of subatomic particles at near-light speeds generates conditions akin to those that existed in the earliest moments of the universe, allowing scientists to probe the fundamental building blocks of matter and explore the very fabric of space-time itself. Yet, the immense energies involved in these collisions also pose significant risks, both known and unknown. One of the most pressing concerns surrounding the operation of the Hadron Collider is the potential creation of microscopic black holes or other exotic phenomena that could have unforeseen consequences.